So we have a couple of different stories this week. In the Gospel reading, we have Jesus meeting with a man filled with 1,000 different voices that are not his own. And it takes the silencing of those voices for him to be able to hear the message of God's love. I don't want to go into whether or not this was DID or whether it's schizophrenia or something else entirely. But what's important is that this man was hearing lots of different voices telling him that he wasn't good enough, that he wasn't worthy. And that these voices needed to be silenced in order for him to be able to hear this message of love from God. The other story is of the prophet Elijah, who comes off the back of this amazing show of God's glory and power in the defeating of the prophets of Baal. And turns out that people aren't too happy with Elijah after all of this. And so he goes away and hides, hiding from the criticism and from the threats against him. He has to have all of those voices silenced before he can even begin to hear God encouraging him, telling him that he is loved and valued and worthy. Even while he's hiding, after he's had some food to quiet that hunger in him, he's had some sleep to quiet his tiredness, he still can't hear God. There's a thunderstorm, God's not in the thunderstorm. There's an earthquake, God's not in the earthquake. But then there is a still small voice of calm which says to Elijah, Elijah, you are loved and worthy. You're good. Get up and go back to what you were doing. You're in the right. And so I don't know who needs to hear this today, but take this moment to have a bit of quiet and to hear this message from God speaking to you from the silence. You are loved. You are good. You are worthy. And may God bless you. Amen.